All right, we are live. Hey, and pretty on time too. Hi, this is Dan Lietha, and this is my first live broadcast. Kind of. I've done live streaming type things before, but never quite like this, where it's an artist at his drawing board, and I'm going to do a little doodle. This is actually a test because I want to do more of these in the future. I've been watching a lot of people online do live streams, artists in particular, and I thought I should get in on that. And so I'd like to do some of that myself. Personally, I'd like to do some of that. And I want to do some of that for the ministry that I work for, Reasons for Hope. In fact, tomorrow I'm going to be doing my first live stream for them, probably about 2 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time. So this is sort of a test drive for me tonight to get a handle on doing that for them. And then it'll just turn out where I can do that for me too. So I found out about this really cool service called StreamYard. And so, like I said, I'm learning it. I'm going to test a few things out tonight. And so if I have any viewers that are viewing this right now, please join in, make some comments, ask me some questions. I'd like to test out comments too. And let's get this thing going. So tonight, let's see, I'm going to put this over here on this screen, so I'm going to have to look at the comments that way. I have all kinds of plans for this, and so it's going to grow and hopefully get better and better each time. Baby steps, and so you need to get in at some point. And so tonight is the point where I'm getting in. So, and let's see if we can pull up Photoshop here. I like my half curtain. Even my studio really isn't tailored too well for this yet, so I'm going to be improving that too. Well, hello, Sherelle. You're my first official guest. Yay! And I'm going to. Oh, I didn't put Photoshop back in the game yet, so let's see if I can do this. Screen share. And wait, is Photoshop even up yet? It should be. Oops, just started GIMP. Due to technical difficulties, please stand by. All right, quit GIMP. Back to Photoshop. There's Photoshop. All right, application. There we go. Okay. Share. That's what I wanted to have happen. All right. So did I say your name, Sherelle? Did I say that right? You're one person, but I'm so honored to have an audience. All right. I don't even have an idea what I'm going to draw right now. So I'm just going to break out the digital drawing board. I'm in Photoshop, and we'll just start drawing here. One of the weird things about online streaming, at least for me, is, and this, some of my closer friends know this particular secret about me, is that I don't actually like people looking over my shoulder when I'm drawing most of the time. Sometimes it's fine when I'm drawing caricatures and, things that are meant for a public presentation or, that sort of thing. It's a public thing. So caricatures are fine. You got the person right there. I'm drawing the face. But when I'm concepting artwork, when I'm creating things in my studio, unless it's something that I've made for demonstration purposes, I'm kind of a private person that way. And so, any suggestions what you want me to draw? I could just draw a dinosaur or something, but yeah, maybe I'll just draw a dinosaur. Let's see. Keith. Hi, Keith. There should be a way for you to see how many people are viewing the stream. Yeah, I just see your names popping up. Again, like I said, I'm a complete rookie at this, so this will be the first time is always your worst time, hopefully. So we'll get in at some level here, and all right. So then the trick sometimes, now I do this successfully when I'm doing caricatures. I can chat with my customer who's sitting right in front of me and draw them at the same time. So drawing, ooh, that was awful. So I guess part of the reason why I'm not a fan, at least yet, I'm going to condition myself to be more accepting of people watching me because I'll be doing this streaming. But part of the deal, I think, is that I'm not a fan of making mistakes in front of people. I always try to have things pretty ironed out. And, when I do the videos that I've been producing for the last little while, the draw it and know it videos, some of that stuff's pretty practiced or thought out ahead of time. And so I've got a pretty good roadmap that I'm working from. And so this off the cuff, coming up with ideas and that sort of thing out of your, now look at that. I'm going to have to move this down a little bit. One of the nice things about Photoshop is you can scooch things around on the paper or adjust or that sort of stuff. If this were a real piece of paper, I'd kind of be stuck. So, all right. We're going to do that. All right, Sherelle, 10 watchers. Hey, thanks for the update. I got you. Thanks. I really appreciate that. And again, tonight's just going to be a short introduction. I will be doing more of these in the future, and they're going to get better. But if you guys have any questions for me, art related, ministry related, that sort of stuff, I would love to chat about that sort of thing, and kind of get to know my fans a little bit better. Those people that follow me, or I think it's kind of surprising that I haven't done something like this already. This COVID time in history has kind of opened the door for a lot of streaming things, and I've been the beneficiary of watching a lot of them. I'm a fan of some of the artists that I've been following, and so I think it's really great that people, especially young people these days that are learning, have so many things that they have access to. Well, that goes good and bad, but there's so many things. There's good things if you know where to find them and you can avoid all the bad stuff. But there's, like, when I was a kid growing up, to see an artist talk about what they did probably only happened on TV. And I met my first cartoonist. I'll probably tell some of these stories at a future time in more detail, but I think I was, early high school, maybe late junior high. I think it was early high school. The first time I saw a real cartoonist, and it blew my mind, meeting someone that did that for a living, and it was great watching him do his thing. And he actually drew a caricature of a lot of us, and I have mine somewhere here in the house, and it was I guess life-changing in the way that it just cemented what I wanted to do. I got so focused and excited about artwork, and so it was fantastic. So kids these days have, well, not meeting in person necessarily, but you can go to websites and blogs and all kinds of things. So again, I'm just doodling tonight, just for the grins of doing it. Have to get scooting here in a little bit because we have other obligations this evening, but this is a test. Now let's see if I can color this guy real quick. If most of you are familiar with Photoshop, you can do layers. And so what I just drew there, the light gray lines, kind of think of that as I drew that on a clear plastic sheet, and it's here, and I'm going to draw on another clear plastic sheet underneath it. In fact, I'm going to select an area. I'm just going to go and trace the outline of this guy. Not perfectly, as you can see. You can see my little cursor going around on the artwork here. I'm creating a shape. It's a selection. And then I'm going to fill that with color. No, I said I didn't really care for people watching me so much when I'm in the studio type thing. It's just, you know, I feel the weight of the eyeballs. So again, I'm gonna get hopefully get over some of that. And what color should we make this guy? Sometimes you talk to people, they say, well, green, dinosaurs are green. Well, I guess not all the time. Oh, well, was I there? I don't know. Maybe they were green. Maybe some of them were. Okay, we'll just do that right there. To the paint bucket and fill. Oh my. Okay, here's something else that's really cool about Photoshop. Those lines that I drew, the first lines, I'm going to take and I'm going to select locking. I'm going to lock them. And what that means is that I can paint on those lines, and Photoshop on that particular layer won't allow me to draw on anything else. Well, in fact, I could do the paint bucket, I suppose. And that gets most of them. So I've locked the layer, and the only thing on that particular layer that I can affect is the lines that I put down on that layer. All right, and we're going to fix the colors that I missed. That's the other thing too about some of the drawings that I've done for videos so far, is that I've sped some of them up, and so it gives the impression that I'm drawing super fast. I'm kind of going fast here tonight. I'm in demo mode, but some of those videos and other speed painting videos give you the impression that, wow, that artwork doesn't take too long. Well, there's reasons for that, and if you watch an artist really work on something, I mean, something that's meant to be published or whatever it is, it's not just for show. It's a little slower than you think, even with a computer. And that's another thing that adds something to the perception of speed, is just because it's a technology, it doesn't mean it's necessarily, that much faster. Computers add some handy tools, and you can a bit faster because you can afford to make a mistake, because you can hit a couple buttons and make it go away and start over again. Oops. Let's see. Sheena King. Hey, good to see you. All right. And then we're going to color in his eyeballs. Again, this is just the inaugural doodle that I'm doing. Does anybody know the name of this particular dinosaur, this dinosaur kind or type? It's got that funny crest in the back of his head. There's a couple different ways to say the name, however you say it. I'll give you a hint. It starts with a P. And it's one of those weird long dinosaur names that probably most kids know how to say, but the adults look at it and go, I'm not going to even try. So, oh, and then we got the little stripes on the back here. We'll make those yellow. Again, just for fun. Oh, you know what? Let's lock that layer too. Then I can only paint. It just helps keep things cleaner when I get to the edges. I can only paint on the brown, the area with digital paint on it. So for those of you that may be watching this at some point, either now or later in the future, I work for a ministry called Reasons for Hope, and I have been able to produce quite a few videos for their YouTube channel. So if you go to Reasons for Hope on YouTube and you look down, you can find a feature called Draw It and Know It. And I've been doing lots of how to draw videos over the last few months. And these are meant for kids. And I try not to go too fast, but then again, I don't want to go too slow either. And the point of most of the videos, well, some of them deal with creatures and some of them deal with Bible verses. And I want the young artist to follow along and draw the drawing with me. But then at the same time, I want them to learn about either the verse or the creature that I'm drawing. And so I give a few design facts and features, and so it's a good learning tool, I think. And I'd like to do more, and again develop that as time goes on, and make it much more. I don't know. I don't want to say slick, but a nicer presentation, nicer looking, and it's a fun feature to produce. And I've seen some of the students' artwork come back as parents, and people have sent it to me, and so that's rewarding too. So I want to produce more of those. And then at some point I'll get back into doing more of the Bible verses too, because the creatures are easier right now, and my schedule's been pretty full with all the stuff that I'm doing for Reasons for Hope. And that's another ministry that I'd like you to check out as well. So you can find them on Facebook and find them on YouTube. And if you go there, tell them I sent you, and say, hey, Dan said to check you out, and so here I am. In fact, tomorrow night, for those of you that are interested in this, you can learn more about the Reasons for Hope ministry that I work for. We produce a video feature called Debunked, and we tackle different big issues of the day, different questions people are asking. And those questions are dealt with within a very short period of time. Not completely, but we build a very entertaining and educational argument in a fast-paced video. And so you can sit down, watch the thing, and go, wow, so you kind of get the big picture, but then you want to listen to it again and watch it again, because it's just so chock full of information. And I would encourage you to check out the Debunked videos. We're having a fundraiser gala tomorrow night, replay of the video, so I'll be advertising that on my Facebook page. And all right, I think that's about all the time we have for this evening. I am going to sign this, because all artists should sign their artwork when they're finished. And again, watch for more of these video streams in the future. And maybe some of you can watch for me tomorrow. I think it's going to be around 2 o'clock Eastern time. I'll be doing about a half hour of drawing. I want to pick something from the drawing board, a current project that I'm working on. And I'm just going to kind of do what we're doing here, sit and chat and work on the thing. And then if I get some input, emails or messages, then I'll address those. Let's see, we've got a message over here that says, and I'm going to go back to that screen right there. Let's see. Now, I don't know how to pronounce your name, Jun or Jahan Gessel. Hey, Dan, I'm a pastor from the Philippines. I first saw your work through AIG. Really love After Eden. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm not with Answers in Genesis anymore. The Lord moved me away from there almost a year ago. So we're coming up on the year anniversary of that. And so they restructured, and I didn't have a place anymore. So, but the Lord had a place for me. And 3 weeks after I left AIG, I was picked up by Reasons for Hope and my good friend Carl Kirby. So, and then Paula Wright, thank you for weighing in. Good one. So, all right. Well, thank you for joining me this evening on my first inaugural live stream. Again, look for them in the future. And if you go to my YouTube channel, which I have one of those too, please subscribe, because I'm trying to build up my followership, is that a word? Followership? My fan base. And I'd like to do these live videos not only on Facebook, but on YouTube as well. And then if you've got any friends, family, people that you know of that are, oh, what was the dinosaur? Very good. Parasaurolophus. Or some people say Parasaurolophus. So there's, I guess, 2 different pronunciations on how to say that. So thank you for reminding me to say that. It would have been a big mystery, and some of you probably wouldn't have slept tonight wondering about that. So I want to do more live streams through YouTube and Facebook. So please go over and subscribe. That'd be encouraging to me. But if you have friends and family that want to have access to a professional Christian illustrator, cartoonist, artist, and I'd be happy to give information, and I'll probably do some more tutorial to educational videos in the future here. I want to get that type of thing going. You can find a lot of educational videos online these days, but I find you don't have to go real far, and artists tend to go off in areas that a lot of Christian families wouldn't be comfortable with. And so I want to have a place where families that have young artists can feel safe and know that I'm not going to go off into some of those areas. I'm going to keep it good. In fact, I'm going to hopefully help build the young artists' Christian worldview, and how God is our creator, and how we have creativity in us because it's a reflection of the creator that made us, and build their confidence in Scripture. So that's the sort of thing that I'd love to do. So I need a bigger audience. So help me do that if you could, please. And please pray. So thank you for joining us this evening, and we're going to end the broadcast now. Have a good night.